Well, looks like we have 0. That's okay. Figure I'll get started. So I'm doing this live, just to put some content out there, I guess. I'm gonna work on the back of this. I have sprayed, the base coat is like roof brown, and misted with black to get this brown color. I'll probably need to mist it a little bit more to get it the reddish brown color that I want, but I don't want to do that until after I've added my black streaking. Of course, I have my reference over here, which I can see a little easier. Oh, there's somebody watching. Late decision to do this. Took me a very long time to set this up so that I can do a live stream and a video for I'm just taping a little video to put it all together at the end and make an overall kind of thing showing how it went. So far, really happy with the sides, really happy with the top. What's up, Scott? How's it going, brother? We got a couple people. All right, cool. I don't know how interesting this will be. I'm gonna do a lot of black streaking, and then I'm gonna get this all done today, whether it's online or not. I definitely want to do all the black right now, and then I feel like in here there is some. Let's see, the picture I have here is, there it is. There's like a light gray underneath, okay, which will get misted to make it more bluish. And then there's some orangish red, probably the base color, the roof brown, thinned down, and little spots all over it. If you can picture the original pictures. Hey Carter, what's happening, my brother? Ollie, how you doing? No pressure. No pressure at all. Basically it's a lot of black. I mean, there's not a lot to the back of this thing. Some of these parts, like this here and this part here and down here, I think I will end up paintbrushing those, using paintbrush for those, because it doesn't seem like there's any overspray behind them. Either they put them on after or something, because they do look like they could have been added later on. They're not. There's nothing stacked on top of them. And what really makes it stand out a lot is the white that's sprayed here, and then looks like it's misted with some white over here. I know you can't see what I'm looking at, but if you have a general idea of what the back looks like, I'm sure most of you do. There's some white misting, just speckles all down there, and then they have the staining streaks, which are really, really cool. I've done these before, and it kind of replicated it pretty decently, I think. But I mean, I'm just going to do some streaking. I don't know how interesting that'll be for you guys, but I'm going to add this to the video. Thanks, Carter, man. This has been a crazy work of passion project for me. So like I said in the beginning, the base color is a roof brown, reddish brown, rusty color. And then over top of it, it was sprayed. I feel like it was misted with some black. Like I'm misting black on it to get it more of a brown color. I don't want to go too far because I want to do the streaking and then mist it. So here we go, I guess. This is an odd angle here, so I'm just gonna like follow reference. Let's pull that picture back up. I can share. Oh yeah, I can share what I'm how am I gonna do that? When I share, it makes the whole screen big, and then you won't see what I'm doing. Nope, that's not the one. That's not the one I want. Makes my painting part small, and then what I'm sharing real big, which I'd love to have Marvin jump on here with me. Let's see here. see if that will. Where did it go? There it is. That's what I want. There it is. That's the picture I'm painting. That's the part I'm painting right now. I'm getting all these streaks down. And then I'll jump to the top, which I already showed before. But you can't really see what I'm painting while I have this picture on, and I can't switch them. So I don't know what that's one of the things that StreamYard needs to fix. What's up, Jacob? How's it going? So we'll just go back to, let's see here. Can I do this? Nope, can't do that. It would be really nice if I could make one bigger than the other. That would be sweet. Maybe I can. Hold on, let me try. I'm kind of trying to figure this out. Let's see here. See if we can change it. Nope, can't change it. They have it as it is. Solo layout. Nope. Sorry, guys. Can't show the reference while I'm doing it. But so just gonna add some streaks coming down here, real light, going like down here, over here first. And like I said, I don't know how interesting this will be. I'm doing this for the video too. And then I'm gonna speed up on this part, these parts probably. Some people like to do this with tape. I don't like the edge that it gives it. Let's see where to go here. On top of this greebly. Can you guys see that? I mean, it's not that big. I can't zoom in. Let's see how that looks. I guess you can see that a little bit. All right, just gonna keep going. I'll look at the comments to see if anybody's talking. Let's concentrate a little bit more on this. I wish I had John or Marvin to come on with me, because it's always better when you can talk to somebody while you're doing this live streaming, while I'm trying to concentrate on this, and then somebody else can do it, talk while I'm painting. A little bit here, a little bit there. Like I said, I don't know how interesting this is going to be for you guys, but what the hell? Why not? Thanks, guys. I appreciate their feedback. Let's see. Does that go? That goes across here. So it's the whole area here. I'm ready to just get this done, get this down in the basement so I can free up some space here and work on other stuff. I mean, I love working on this. Don't get me wrong. I love working on the Sandcrawler, but it's time to move on. I mean, you guys are probably sick and tired of seeing it all the time. I'm not going real dark yet. I'll go dark then once I mist it, just to see. Just to get it, I want to mist it and then make sure it doesn't get too dark, too contrasty. Like, I forget, it was Chris Greer who pointed out the right word for me. And probably go over it with a little more black, and then see how these streaks turn out, and then go darker probably. And this one is like right in the middle, right there. I'm just doing a little streak. All right. Easy peasy. Simple. Up here, we're going to go here. And it doesn't look like I need to tape anything, really. I have another shot that shows down, so I could see this ledge here. I'll show the shot then when here. This is basically. Oh, Marvin, jump on, brother. Come on, talk to me. You coming? Oh, come on. Drop what you're doing and come on, Marvin. John's too busy playing in the ocean right now to jump on. So that's we're gonna go up here now. I think I got all the. I mean, it's pretty basic down below. There's only a couple streaks. And then once I do this part here, I can take it down into these Panther G parts. I actually need to add a part later. I sort of sent one part to somebody and they didn't think, hey, I need that later. So I'm going to add a C-Lab part later on when I get it here. It's dumbass, but it was worth the cause. Let's see. Don't worry about talking, just like Bob Ross, just interesting watching the painting. Okay. All right. Thanks, brother. That makes it easy. I'm sure you guys don't want to hear me talk. Hear enough of that already, I'm sure. All right. So we're going to here down in this section here. It's pretty messy up top. Yep. It's all right there. It's really just, it's pretty simple. I mean, there's not a lot to it. Just a couple of streaks. Streaking just takes practice. This does connect, so we're gonna go all the way down to here. All the way down there. And this one kind of stops like right in the middle. There. And this whole section here. Nope, let's turn off. Let's turn off the. This is a big section right here. This whole area right here gets done black. So we're going to start doing a couple streaks and then just go over it with do a couple streaks and then mist over the whole thing. So it like you have streaks in there, but you also have the whole thing is black. The whole thing's pretty black. That whole thing black. Over there. So one thing just it's so stupid, but it's such a minor thing, but I'm looking forward to it so much is these parts right here, right? Like in the original pictures of this thing, it had these, okay, when it was first made in 76. But they broke off at some point. They broke off. So nobody knows what they really, I mean, there's a couple pictures that show that these tips, like this is all white here, but also the tips of these things is pretty white. And I feel like when I post pictures up there, it's going to like shock people a little bit because only certain pictures you can actually see the white in that on the tips of that. And those are the stupid things that I like, little stupid details that, you know, most people don't give a shit about, but I generally enjoy them. Let's see, down there, and you got that. This is all lightly black here. I know that this is dark. That's dark right there, but we're gonna just go feather it out. And then what I'll do is over top of this black, I'll probably go over it with some either weathering black or even back with the original paint color. Gives it like a coppery look to it, I think, at least in my mind. Let's see here. We're gonna go over here to this section here, and it goes across there and down, right? So we'll go across and down. This is triangular more so than straight lines. It's just so much easier to work with. It's all black. It actually continues down into this. So add some down there. I want to make it a little darker. And over here. I'm not going to get into this up top here yet until I change views on my reference. I don't want to guess. trying to make this as close as possible. You can't make it exact, so it is what it is. Down there, little creek. All right, I think that's pretty good. We're just gonna speckle it a little bit. Oh, that's too much. Too much. A little spritzing. Love spritzing. All right. So for now, I'm gonna keep it like that. Love seeing the streaking, how fat the streaking is on this thing. Yeah, it takes up especially this one, which I feel like I definitely should make that one wider. Except I don't want I want it to stop on this line here. So we'll make that one a little bit wider. Doesn't, yeah, it does. It goes over to this piece of styrene. And this one got to be darker, I think. But like I said, I'm going to go back and go over this a little bit more when I'm done misting it. All right. I think I'm ready to move up top. A bit more black misting. Yeah, that gives me my brown color, and I also got different tones of reddish brown in there, and that was from appreciating it, which I don't generally do. I very rarely do appreciating, but I thought that it would help add to some of the some of the weathering aspect of it. I'm happy with that. Simple. All right, so we're gonna change up views. 9 people are actually wasting their time watching this. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you jumping on. What the setup right now is in terms of PSI and how thin the paint is. It's not that thin. It's. I tried making it really thin over here the other day, and I really got like gray, and it didn't look right. So like I'm just doing the normal, 50-50 with Tamiya. What is it? 80-20 with Archive X. I'm using Tamiya right now in the back here because I ran out of black, and Tamiya sprays so beautifully. And my PSI is like 20 something, but every single air compressor has, you could use 30s on some of them and 20 on others. It's really what you're comfortable with rather than a set. Like I see a lot of people asking, not me, this is kind of the first time somebody's asked me about the PSI setting. It really is a feel. You gotta do what you like. I mean, what works best for you. So yeah, let's jump over to let's do this. Let's show a picture of the front. Let's see, bring that up. Not the front, the top part. I'm sorry. That's a different angle. I gotta find the right angle. Hold on. Well, we could work with this one. Then I'll jump to another angle to get. This is the upward angle. I wanted a downward one, which I'll get later to get down on this ledge because it's pretty filthy down on the ledge down there. Like you can see, I don't know why it took me so long to figure out that this was black. I don't know what kind of idiot I am, but like it's right there in your face. It's not black. It's not gray. I'm sorry. It's black, not gray. Like it just stands out. And don't get me wrong, this is a picture of a really heavy flash. This is not the color it should be, but you can see that it's black. I don't know why I was messing with grays and weather black. So, like I said, we're gonna do the black right now, which, after that, there's not a whole heck of a lot. All right, we're gonna get in the corners here, the black, and the bottom. All right, we're gonna get rid of this picture. Stop sharing. There we go. Okay. Let's see up top. Let's start up in here. So it's not on this piece. It's kind of like in the corner there. And that's not what I wanted. Let's see here. Kind of spraying the wrong direction. Yeah, I'm gonna stand up so I can see a little better. You guys can still see? Yeah. No, not really. Sorry. Gotta paint. So this set V can is barely painted. This is all black here. Going up into there. All the way down outside of it. All the back structure is pretty black, and the greeblies are not real tight. And down in here. This is pretty easy stuff. Really much to this. Try to do it right. Don't make it so blotchy. And let's see if I can zoom in. Better idea. Yeah, some of these have to be painted by hand, I think, because there's no overspray on this tube or this piece here. There's no overspray on that. So we're going to paint that later by hand. There. And oh, well, yeah. Come on and talk to me about it, Marvin. Let's finish that up. I'm ready. Can't you see? You gonna come on? You gonna come on, Marvin? Come on, buddy. Let's see here. That's all. This part's all brown. And right over that, and then down. All the way, pretty much all around the greeblies it's black, pretty much. It's pretty much just got to spray everything black around it. Try not to lose some of this. And streaked here. And down in. All of this is filthy black. That's not a lot. There. There. Try not to get that. Looks pretty good. Happy with that so far. I'm not going to mess with this yet until I can pull back and really see what it looks like very well. Looks like we got a little bit of black there that's going to get covered later. And a little bit in the middle there. They really tried to get the whole back. Like all of the non-greebly stuff black. Maybe probably to make the greebly stand out, I would think. I'm not going to mess with that yet. Is it? We are here to watch paint dry. Yes, exactly. Oh, Marvin, I did send you the link. It's on your personal messenger. Oh, that's not the link. You are right, Marvin. Hold on. Copy. Yes, Brian, we are all here to watch paint dry. You make me laugh. That way Marvin can talk while I paint. And there it is, Marvin. There you go. All right. So I'm going to keep painting when he see if he joins. And he can entertain everybody. Thanks, Brian. Paint dry. All right. So no black up. And there's some back there. Let's see. It's going to be hard to get back there. And who doesn't love the back of this thing? It's fucking beautiful. Just, I really hated covering up all the C-Lab, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm not gonna paint this part here or this greebly here. I'll do that by hand. And okay, let's jump on this. Let's do this part. So there he is. There's Marvin. Oh, remote.
Yeah, I'm outside.
What's up, brother?
Yeah, nothing much. Walking the cat and watching you paint.
Walking the cat. It's such a strange term. We don't walk cats in America.
Yeah, nobody does it here either. But no.
So you're working on the tracks?
Yeah. I want to say working on, but basically I think Felix and I just concluded today that we are there. So we'll be posting up this weekend.
Oh, it makes me so happy, Marvin.
Yeah.
When are you gonna get to painting yours, Marvin?
Yeah, I still need to finish mine first.
Let's do it, brother.
Yeah, let's take a month or two to finish it, and then I'll be painting.
Okay.
So keep this video up. Don't take it down.
Oh, no, I'm actually gonna. It'll stay on YouTube, and then it will. This will stay on YouTube. Plus, I'm putting together a whole video with basically the whole thing.
All right.
So that'll be on. That'll be all together. One that's all together. So let's see.
Nice.
This is John's too busy playing in the water.
Yep.
To come on.
But I think you would want to. I think you want to enlarge your screen and make me small because I'm sure people are way more interested in seeing you than they are seeing me.
Okay. Let's see. How can I do that? Their setup here is a little bizarre. How they do this. Gosh. Nope. Is that your cat making a noise? Is that your cat making a noise?
No. No, neighborhood kids.
Add item. Let's see. Dynamic camera. Nope. I'm just playing around here trying to figure this out. Sorry, guys, if there's nothing on right now. Oh, I can do that. Look at that. I can make it bigger. And then move it over here. And I can add you. Nope. Nope. Damn it.
It's fine.
There you are. All right. We can make this one bigger. There we go. That's better.
Nice.
All right. So can't show the reference. So that's not possible. That's all. This is black. It's all black.
Where can people find the reference that you're using?
What's that?
Where can people find the predominant reference that you're using for painting?
Well, I have showed it a couple times, but they're all floating out there. I don't know. Well, I know ArchiveX has some albums, and I'm pretty sure I posted a lot of albums.
Mm-hmm. I think the pictures that you just shown were mostly the.
Oh, it didn't.
what do you call it? The magic modeler's magic site ones,
Yeah,
right?
Modeler's Magic, but you can't really get into that anymore. That's kind of a closed down site.
Yeah.
There's not any people aren't able to become new members there. But like I said, I've been posting a bunch of albums. I don't know if people know that they're there or not because they're kind of you have to look in the menu and then it has pictures. It has pictures and it has albums. So it's a matter of just searching a little bit to find it. And I'm pretty sure I have most of these pictures in there. So there we go. Wonder if that black should go down a little further. Can you guys see it all right? No, maybe you can't. Not until I do this side, I don't think.
Can you move the camera closer?
Yeah.
Because we're not seeing face anyway, so then why not?
Yeah, nobody wants to see my face. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, that's a little bit better, yeah.
I think I gotta make sure the other camera's set up. Oh yeah, it's blocked completely by the No, I don't know how to do that. Just like that. Sorry guys, gotta reposition things so everybody can see. I've got two cameras going here. One for the video I'm going to make and one for YouTube here. There, that's better. Okay, still taping. You see it better, guys?
I think so.
That's good. So, I think I got enough black over here. And you go too dark. I think it's like a little bit. Because once you spray the black on and then you spray it with you mist it then afterwards, even with the base color, it'll turn coppery black, which is a really cool look. Let's see here. I think that's good for that part. So we're gonna spray this in the middle. And that's all black. That's all black, basically. A bit more there. You've been busy, Marvin?
I have, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. But with good things. Got more lowland releases coming soon.
How many are coming?
Yeah, early September we'll do the announcement. So like 2 weeks from now, and then it'll be up for order by the end of September.
Okay.
And then we have another one at the end of November this year.
All right. I'm telling you, everything I hear from from people is that they love those things.
We get pretty nice feedback, and it's always nice to hear because, of course, we do this for other collectors, and they are just as critical as we are ourselves, Roy and I. So it's nice that it's appreciated.
Yeah, it seems like. I mean, I haven't heard anybody give negative feedback whatsoever. Like everybody loves the presentation. Especially the way it's presented on that background. That's just a brilliant idea.
Yeah, it's nice. It frames it, like puts it into context.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do I want to try painting this?
I do have a question about your painting, but it's like 5 steps further in the process. Do you mind?
What's that?
I have a question about your painting, but it's like 5 steps ahead in your process, so we're not there yet.
No, go ahead. Yeah, ask away. I'm fine.
So this is a problem that I always find difficult. It's like when we try to recreate these things. I mean, you're extremely deliberate, right? You're like extremely deliberate, like where you put your streaks and all of that. So it's very precise. And of course, when the ILM did it, they just said, somewhere around here, let's do a streak. And then they did a bit of accident and a little bit of overspray. And so what I find hard is to get that haphazard look, those little extra gems, those extra little spatters. that you don't really plan on and that are extremely hard to do like deliberately, um, to get that look, and it ends up looking slightly too deliberate, too clean.
Too clean.
Um,
Yeah.
so what I try to do, and I wonder how you and I think I know how John does it, um, is like where do you draw the line between being deliberate and then doing a final layer of just going for that messy look, for that messy, that not deliberate spattering and everything that comes along. So where do you draw the line?
I look for the ones that are very specific, like ones that immediately draw my attention.
Hmm.
If it's this streak or if it's that spot, like there's certain, like especially with Slave One, like this, it's pretty streaky, and the yellow I did exact, like I followed it panel by
Yep.
panel and did it exact.
Yep.
But like on Slave One, there are certain scars on that I specifically that always drew my attention. I get those. I get the major milestones, just basically.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's just free for all. It's just go with it, because
And you
if you
go
try to
more with the
recreate
feeling.
what's that? Yeah, go with the feeling. Like I'm like down here. I'm just spritzing down here. I'm not getting. It's not doing exactly what it was. But I'm just getting the messy feel. 'Cause
Yeah,
you'll
you're
never
getting
get it exact.
no, but you're getting some overspray or some spattering in a general area where there would have
Yeah,
been. Yeah.
yeah. So that's. I mean, like you'll kill yourself just trying to do it exactly the same way. It'll drive you insane. And it's literally impossible. So I just, like I said, I just do the major milestones and then go from there.
Yeah.
Um, which has worked for me so far. So
Yeah.
I know you're very meticulous, so you like
Yeah.
to
I
get
have to
it.
reach a point where I just have to let go. And I remember when I did painted my falcon dish, I spent a lot of time on a couple of panels that have this really specific type of grime and washing over it and stress. And then afterwards, I just went, yeah, like you said, just drew back the airbrush a little bit and just spattered in general areas where I thought
Yeah,
the original had spatters and
yeah,
things.
yeah.
So
You just
I think I do the same then. Yeah, but it takes me a while to reach that point to basically let go and just go organic instead
it's
of.
hard. Don't get me wrong, it is hard. Because it's you're basically tapping into your artistic side, right? And some
Yep.
people it's very easy, like John taps into his artistic side without
Yep.
even thinking, right?
Yep. Yep.
Whereas I have to think a little bit. Like it took me a couple days before I got up the courage to start doing this, just because I don't think I'm going to mess it up, but I mentally prepare myself for what I'm about to do.
Yep.
I
Yep.
wanted to do this like a couple days ago, but my head was just not quite there.
Yep.
So I put it aside and just did it later.
Yep.
So yeah, it's just a matter of picking the right specific. Am I answering your question right? Or
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
okay.
No, and I
Yeah,
think, like I said, I do the same. I get stumped after being meticulous for a while. Then I get stumped and I leave it alone for a while, and then
yeah,
I reach this part of my French, this fuck it type state, and it's like, okay, now it just has to be organic. Now
yeah,
I just let it go.
exactly.
And I think what also helped me, and I think that was the first time that I had that was with that falcon dish. I started viewing painting a little bit like sculpting. And with that, I mean, um, it used to be a very linear process for me. Like first, this layer has to be perfect, and then the next layer has to be perfect. And I started viewing it much more like when I sculpt a little bit. It's both an additive and what do you call it? It's supposed to where you add and you take away.
Yeah,
And you can do
subtractive.
this with painting, right? It's like
Yeah,
you spray it on. It doesn't look quite right. Then you basically bring it back with some of the original base layer, and it's not a linear process.
Yeah, it's a lot of people are worried about messing up, but
Yeah,
if you can cover your mistakes by bringing back the base layer
yeah,
and hiding them. I mean, they might stay there, but they'll be less
obvious. Yeah,
obvious to your eyes, you know. Um,
and let's be honest, these models always shine with more layering.
oh yeah, I mean, if you
Uh,
don't have enough layers on it,
no,
it don't look like a Star Wars.
no,
It does not. I mean,
no.
I'm not even even just today. I I think I have it pretty good, but I thought, oh fuck it, I'll just try misting it with some brown, and it did a little bit better, but
Yeah.
it didn't. The misting actually added, even though it was way after the fact. I'm sorry, I don't know how I can make this easier to see for people because I can't.
You need a dedicated cameraman.
Yeah, I need to hire a cameraman.
Hey, you got a couple of sons. I'm sure you give them allowances. Just
No, they
that.
work for their own. They work on their own. They work there.
Oh,
They have their own jobs.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you could tell them that that's the payback for those allowances.
yeah. I mean, they would do it, but they're more interested in playing video games. So I couldn't imagine I used to hate working with my dad, and he would force me to just stand there and hold something for hours. And
All the flashlight.
yeah, I know I don't want to do that to my sons. So this looks a little too streaky because I'm getting on a weird angle here. Are you nervous to paint yours, Marvin?
I'm not. I'm not nervous. I'm not as nervous as I used to be, and I think again that Falcon dish that I painted was my first, what I consider like full-on ILM style uh, paint job. It gave me a lot of confidence. So
Yeah,
I'm not worried as much. Uh, and of course, seeing you go through the process now, and probably John before me as well, will help me a lot.
yeah. John's really great at showing how to do these. I'm just starting.
Yeah,
It's really hard to do this while videoing.
yeah,
It is. It's very difficult, and I mean, this is actually right now talking with you is actually helping me just go.
not worry as much. Yeah.
I
Uh,
haven't looked at the.
I actually have a standing agreement with John. He might have hoped that had forgotten, but I haven't. Is that once my crawler is done, somewhere October after the season for the campsite, is that I'm going to put it in the back of my car and just drive over the pond and uh, hijack him for 3 days. And he just, I told him, like, I'm going to sit there and you're going to sit next to me and you're going to tell me, now do this, now do that.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Marvin. That's not exactly an easy thing to do. I mean, it's if I had to describe to somebody how to do this, it would be like I said, you really got to make your own and feel your own self out, basically, and just
Yeah,
go with it.
yeah.
And I've talked to John. He's told me many times. There's been a couple of people who have asked him to come over to learn how to. I think paint. Felix was one of them. He's like, I don't like he when we're trying to do a show, trying to
Yeah.
nail him down for a show is not like the easiest thing to do.
No,
You know,
I like what you
um,
very organic painter, so he just goes by feel.
he
Uh,
does.
but that's also fine because then if he sits next to me, he can do a small section and I can watch what he does and then I'll do the next section.
Right. Yeah. He's even more organic than I am.
Yeah. I mean,
His is
once,
completely artistic.
yeah, once he's done, he doesn't even know what he did like 10 minutes ago, probably.
No,
And
he
it, al-
doesn't know what he did. He just did
and
it.
it always looks good. Yeah.
Yeah. And John's style is he does his best to get it accurate and it looks very accurate, but then he'll add a whole lot of John into it, like his artistic um his artistry into it. You know what I mean? It's not just. It's
Yeah,
not
because
exactly the same as ILM.
no, but it's funny because with that he also sets a standard. Because I remember when he the patch pots, the probe door pots, he added all sorts of like weathering to it, like misting
Yeah,
and ladders and
yeah.
everything. And I think the original had very little of that, very little, which of course makes sense because these things were like one-time use, so they would shoot at that. But like everybody since that has painted that incorporated this weathering of them, just because it looks so good.
Yeah.
So he just set standard in that way.
Well, take his A-wing for example. Um, take his A-wing for example. The blast mark that's on the side there that he did is way different than the actual model, right?
Mhm.
And like I've done 3 A-wings just like that, you know, because I liked it so much more than
Yeah,
the real
yeah,
model.
yeah,
And he sets a little bit of a standard for the rest of us.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean I've been following. His pictures are what originally started me into one of the reasons why I started doing this. You know, I
Mhm.
took a look at his website, his page, and I'm like, holy shit, man. Of course, I own 3 or 4 of his best pieces since then, so
Yep.
I knew I was planning on getting them from him eventually.
Yeah. You're a fanboy.
And I remember having him on a live stream on Rogue One, and I was like, you got like those guys didn't know who he was, and I had started to get to know who he was, and I really was a fanboy, you know. You can't help but not be. It's so good.
Yeah.
I do aspire to be a lot better at painting like him. Like,
Yeah.
and I mean, he's been doing it for so long.
Yeah, so long. And I mean, we talked about this. John's getting better at building, but
Yes,
in the end, he is a painter by heart. At
yes,
heart, I mean, he just builds to paint, and
yeah,
uh, yeah, he puts out pieces so much. So he has just so much mileage when it comes to painting these things, and it's just. I mean, you do say practice makes perfect, right? And yeah, I mean,
yep.
he's the proof of
Well,
that.
he started in tank painting.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
that-
yeah,
yeah,
here.
yeah,
See,
yeah.
Brian wrote, I think that is the armor painting in John. As an observer, it definitely brings something extra to his work. That's
Yeah,
definitely correct. It makes a
yeah,
big, it does actually do a lot.
yeah.
I am pretty done uh, painting black, other than like doing some by paint with brush on these
Pipes.
greeblies. I'm not going to try to do it with an airbrush, but most of the black weathering is pretty done, I think. And
Which is a good moment because I got to go.
okay,
Unfortunately,
thank you for joining, bro,
yeah,
Marvin.
no problem. It was
We're
nice to see.
very glad you jumped on.
Yeah,
I'm gonna change my reference so I can see down on these ledges. Uh, and let's see, I'll show you what I'm doing, what I am when I find it. Let me just look over this quick and make sure I'm pretty good with how I got it. Put some there. Try to make this more brownish in here. Let's see here. Why is that so? Doesn't show me who's watching. Interesting. Go to this. Nah, it's not showing me who's watching. All right. Well, anyways, yeah, I missed it. I missed a lot of spots actually. Um, let's see. All right. So I feel like this one I need to get a little bit darker. Like I said, I might missed it then and try to get them all darker. So now that I've done the black, I'm gonna try to just like let's see how that see how the top looks. There's not much black up there at all. Just gonna mist it so it gets a little more brown. No rhyme or reason here, just basically misting it so that it gets brown, a little bit more dark brown, pretty much. And then I'll go over it with some weathering black. I'm trying not to get much on here and here because there's a lot of other colors I got to get on there, but I got to mix those up. I'm gonna get down on this ledge, and then I think I might call it for now. Why can't I see that? That's pissing me off. There it is, 8 people. Okay, now I get it. There, it moved. All right, so I'm gonna get my other reference up here for that bottom ledge. I made a separate folder so I could just see parts that I want to paint, and I don't see it in there, mother effer. Sorry guys, but I mean, you guys got the idea of what I've been doing here. How dark are you aiming to go with the oil streaks and engine spots? Soot. I don't really know. I'll figure that out when I get there. It really depends on how dark I mean, I don't know how to answer that. I'll start light. I mean, obviously you start lighter, and then you kind of work if it's too light, you're always able to go darker. If it's too dark, you can't, it's harder to go lighter. So DJ, are you talking about the little like brownish red streaks that are here? Is that what you're talking about? I think that's what you're talking about, but let me see if I can find that other reference. I can finish this back part here, and then I'll probably, where's that? Oh, I found it. Good. There she is. Let's see, I'll put it up. Will that work? Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay. I'm gonna move that up here. I got 2 screens so I can see better. And then we'll post that so you guys can see what I'm looking at. This window, share. There, that window. So I'm gonna get down in here. It's pretty much just black. I mean, a whole bunch of sprays, maybe some streaks over here. But mostly misted, just all black. And this, I'm gonna hand paint those because they're just too exact to do with an airbrush. So yeah, we're just gonna streak it here. And go across the whole thing, basically. Across. Let's see, this is very dark there. To that. And also over here. It leads into that. There. Oh, sorry guys. Sometimes I forget to take away what I put up. Get back in there real good. There's no like obvious brown, bright brown. I think I'm pretty happy with that. A little dark there. And also like, all right, so I mean, I don't know if Ireland did this or not, but like in corners, like I'll make it a little, highlight the corner so that it's, I don't know how else to describe other than that. Like in here, I'll highlight in there, in these corners, just to draw some shadows in there. Is there any on the F1s? Yeah, there's some in there. All right, and this one here is really bright, so we can tone that down a little bit. Need to be toned down a whole lot, actually. So they'll come out a little more reddish, coppery looking. Happy with that. A little bit at the bottom here. Yeah, looks good. All right. This one's blacked here. I might try to spray that one. A couple angles. That worked. I don't dare try these other ones though, because they're very. Nah, I'm gonna paint them by hand because they're just too precise. All right. I think I'm gonna stop there for now. I gotta do this and this, and then the white. I'm gonna hand paint these black greeblies. And then the orange. There's orange on these two C-Lab parts. They painted a little bit of. They filtered them with orange. But yeah, I'm happy with that. I think this is good. Thanks for joining, guys. I appreciate it. Hopefully this was somewhat entertaining. There'll be a full video later on. Yeah, looks good. I'm going to spritz it. I'm not going to spritz the main Harrier parts, though, because I want those. Theirs are going to be different. There we go. All right. Thanks for joining, guys. I'm going to cut this off. Oh, wait. Let me answer your question, DJ. Yeah. Fair enough. That's how I tend to view that part of the process too, man. It's real difficult to give an exact. It's really a feel. And the black you're adding. A lot of layers in this back section. I have not really thought much about it. You can have some real fun with it. There's not as many layers as you think, Brian. At least I don't think there are. I feel like it's, you have the base, and then you missed it. Like I missed it with black to get more of a brown color. Then you have your black streaking. I think this is like on here, the base underneath those orange parts is like a reefer gray, and then missed it a little bit to make it like bluish, and then the thin down filter, the spots all over this, and then the streaks and the white. There's not a whole lot. I definitely want to. I probably missed it like 3 final miss at the end. Oh, maybe. I guess you're right, Brian. There's a bunch of layers. I will miss it a little bit with a gray, and then I actually will go over it with some 1975 mud, and then after that, I will even go over it with the roof brown just to. I may even go over the roof brown here first because I want that coppery black look instead of just black. I have no idea if that's how they did it, but that's how I'm doing it to get that look, that feel. So, all right, paintbrush, and then I guess you guys, I'll show pictures in at the end on the Facebook group. Thank you guys for joining. Vignette is what I would call it. Photography, and God knows on. Yep, you're right. Definitely right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I think this is a good jumping off point. It's been an hour. Holy shit. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. See ya.